Hello, this is Sauerkraut Military, and today I'm going to be telling you about the three most common types of helmets used by China from the mid-1930s into the mid-1980s by both the Republican and Communist forces. The three most common types of helmets used in China were the Japanese Type 90, the German M35, and the American M1. In front of us is an American M1 helmet, and as you can see it's been used by the People's Liberation Army. Oops, so cold. And it has the 8/1 symbol in the red star, which 8/1 is the 1st of August 1927 when the Red Army was established in China. As you can see, it has the standard US style chin straps, but except they're made of leather, and which I assume was a bit more common in China compared to the regular cotton of the American ones. They work the exact same way. You see it has the slider which you unclip and adjust for your personal size, and then it has the same hook and loop attachment where you just lock it in and then pops out. Also, as you see, it has 3 rivets on it. There, on the back, and on the exact other side. And as you see, it has a Japanese Type 90 style liner with the 3 pads on it and 6 tongues, as you see, there, and there. This one, particular one, was produced in around April 1945 by Schluter in America. Well, about 10% of them were. The rest were made by McCord. So it's pretty cool, and so because it's rarer, and so, about 200,000 to 400,000 of these went to China. The records have been lost, like the Cultural Revolution, all that stuff, unfortunately. But yeah, there weren't a whole lot of them shipped to China, and they saw pretty hard use. Like these were used all the way into the Sino-Vietnamese War in the 1980s. It's also still used by the Kuomintang with the Republican forces, or instead of the PLA symbol, they'd have the green flat paint. They'd have just the regular US paint, but they'd have either the cap badge stuck onto it around a 3 centimeter by 3 centimeter painted on a white sun and the blue sky emblem. The starburst emblem that's on the Taiwanese flag. Like usually around the side there. Yeah, it's pretty cool to see these. You don't see a whole lot. And fun fact, it's only 6 numbers apart from my US Navy used Schluter M1, because Chinese one, the lot number on that is 475A from Schluter, and this one's 481A from Schluter, so pretty cool. They're only like a few weeks, if not days apart, so probably more weeks or so. But yeah, you see this one just has a regular one, except it's got the slightly later pattern with the bowl loop on it. But yeah, so that's what it would have looked like, except not red. Let me just take this off, and now I'll show you the Japanese Type 90. Well, this specific one was used by the Kinmen Island Defense Group. Sorry, it doesn't have the liner, but yeah. And they used these into the 1980s before replacing them with Taiwanese-produced M1s. No one actually knows how many they actually ended up capturing or receiving from the Japanese after World War II or during, but you can see Chinese forces wearing them from around, the start of the war, because they didn't really have any helmets to be in with apart from a few M35s. But yes, it has the emblem of the Kinmen Island Defense Group, which now, till today, remains part of Taiwan, which the communists never actually managed to capture. And you see, this specific one would have had a regular M1 style liner, just the regular M1 with the loops that go around. Sorry, you know what an M1 liner looks like. I'm a bit tired today. But yeah, it would also have just a regular US style chin strap. But yeah, this one's just missing all that, so it's just the shell. And yeah, they were also used in the Sino-Vietnamese War by the communists against the Vietnamese, obviously. And yeah. Also, now I'll show you this M35, which is pretty cool. This one didn't actually go to China, but it's really close. So the manufacturers that sent helmets to China were Eishutten-Werke Thale and Sächsische Emaille-Werke, so ET and SE. This one's an ET64. I can't really say because the last number's been round off or something. I think it's because some idiot tried to reveal it but damaged it, sadly. But the lot numbers from ET were 2,790 to 3,022. But this one's 3,122, so it's just 100 over. And the SA ones were 2,072 to 3,120. So, yeah. Around 220,000 was sent to China from 1936 into 1938, but they stopped production in 1937. When this one was made, but this was, again, too late. And you'd see these ones would just have the regular liner. I think the actual leather was being replaced with the liner bands original. Like, they'd be unreinforced because the later ones would have, like, small springs in them to cushion impacts. But the earlier ones were just, they didn't have the springs. And you see, this has the Gothic script, so it's E.T.64. Well, the later one, and these were the only pattern that would have been sent to China, so if you see Chinese one without the Gothic script there, it's fakes. But this one, you see the lot number there, 3,122. Wish the M1 ones were a bit more visible, but yeah. So, they were used pretty well, like, all the way into the 1980s, when they had to bring them out for the Sino-Vietnamese War, because a lot of casualties were taken to artillery. Which is unfortunate, but that's what helmets are for, I guess. Also, a lot of the M35s were destroyed in the Cultural Revolution in the 1970s because Mao associated them with fascism or something like that. I don't know, communist gibberish. Which is unfortunate. You could have left one for me, Mao. Yeah, but just, yeah, they're not particularly common to find nowadays, so it's cool to have these. Show you. So, yeah, have a good day, everyone. Check out, Brandon's helmets, which I actually found out about the Chinese M1s from. Here's a fixed veil example, so that this one proves that they weren't made in China like he could have suggested, but yeah. Also, check out German Helmet Vault for more information on style helms. Anyways, see you everyone, have a good day.